Hello and welcome back to the Bastard Children of Everil and Un Bardoon adventure. Previously on the Bastard Children of Everil, Quincy was hurt by Helena's decision to stay behind in Redoran, accusing her of choosing the military over her family. Helaena did not deny this, and said that she did not truly consider them family, as they had only just met, and they did not have much of a connection. After a heartfelt discourse, they all agreed that it would be best for the kingdom if Helaena stayed behind. Buddy revealed his true name to be Everil, and said that he would miss Helaena. Abydan shifted the topic of discussion from Helaena to what had been revealed to him by the goddess Adorine. He recounted what Adorine spoke, and the bastards took turns suggesting numerous things that could explain Herrick's anger and why the deal was broken with Adorine. Eventually, Adorine spoke to Abydan once again. This time, she warned of Driscalo, saying that he must not awake, and must be pushed back within the mines of Delavic. She also stated that her church must be re-established, and that he must assist Herrick in claiming the throne. Abydan asked what the numbers that the prophetess Amestra spoke meant. Adorine explained that they were a warning of Driscalo, hidden within the letter inviting them to the reading of the will. Abydan broke out the letter from Steward Vespos, and used this knowledge to decipher the meaning. The numbers spelled out, Driscalo is here. One of the generals of Redoran, Rufus Coma the Guard, explained the local legends of Driscalo, that it was a horrible dragon devil that wandered the Pravadian mountain range, that Evera sealed near the beginning of the kingdom of Everil. The mine of Delavic, where it is said that Driscalo is encased in amber, is avoided at all costs by the miners, and is said to have cursed treasures within. Quincy asked Helaena if Redoran could spare some magical items for them, and they were each gifted an exquisite weapon of their choice. The bastards decided to go to the abandoned temple of Adorine within Redoran. Inside, Abydan approached the altar, and was given the clearest vision yet. His previously unmarked holy symbol suddenly was etched with the symbol of Adorine. She had chosen him as her priest. She then laid out what was to be done. Driscalo must not awake, the church must be re-established, and Herrick must take the throne. Her goal in destroying Driscalo and having Herrick take the throne was to preserve Everil. She promised him aid and also said that she would help Shavera as far as he was assisting Herrick. Abydan fought against this, against helping Shavera. Adorine explained that he is either unaware of the consequences of Driscalo's awakening, or that he plans to betray Herrick. The bastards decided that they should sleep on it. They turned in for the night at the guard barracks. Once the others went to bed, Quincy called Helaena and apologized for earlier, and the two of them had their first heart-to-heart. Quincy and Helaena agreed that they would think of each other every time that they drew their weapons, and Helaena promised to consider if it was worth it before deciding to kill. They tapped their pommels together and said goodnight, promising the other a game of dragon chess next they met. Thus, Helaena remained in Redoran, and the bastards continued on without her. And that is where we are in the Bastard Children of Everil and Un Bardoon adventure. And the story continues now.
Welcome back, adventurers.
Hi!
Hello, hello.
Oh,
no.
so...
It is I, Abydan Renevar, here
What?
to be in a podcast.
What's going
And
on?
it's I, Quincy Durand, here to...
Zoom just had a freak
Today's
out.
podcast will be played just by Chaz.
I would love to see it. Yes.
Yes, no, we can hear you.
All right, Zoom just
And
freaked
it's
out.
me, Tilda Fairfoot.
Is that it?
Up.
Was that?
Yeah,
Buddy
that was right? That was pretty good.
Buddy Luckyhands.
Hey, it's Buddy Luckyhands over here. Look at this.
I have some notes. You're too crackhead behind the Waffle House. It's more of a Southern uncle who only shows up for family reunions.
Hey there, buddy. I haven't seen you in a while.
That's it.
Just like
That's
Danny
it.
DeVito.
I remember my Uncle Billy. You're exactly right. Oh God,
Oh, good old Uncle William.
he's dead.
Rest in peace.
No, he was an asshole.
All
Rest
right,
in not
well,
in peace. I don't
we
know.
can
Anyways, hey there, adventurers. Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining us here for the podcast. You guys leveled up. Let's start there. Let's start with your level up and figure out what everybody got from what in terms of new stuff. Let's change things up a little bit. Abydan, we'll start with you, sir.
Wait. So for my level up, I just went something very simple. I took the resilient feat and put a proficiency and a +1 into my dexterity. So I'm now proficient with dexterity saving throws, and I now have 20 dexterity. So I have also increased my armor class by 1 and my chance to hit by 1.
Very good, very good. And you also received a weapon, correct?
Yes. I got a +2 rapier, and it's very elegant looking. It's almost like it's a spiral coming out of the hilt, because regular rapiers, they're cool, but magic rapiers have to look exciting.
yes, absolutely.
Handguard looks kind of regular, but then it just has almost like a spiral kind of blade coming out of it. Very good for thrusting.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Very, very, very cool.
that's all. Simple level 4 for me.
All right, awesome. Tilda.
I just had an ability score improvement. I actually chose a feat. I am now magic initiative for a druid, so I basically got 2 more cantrips and another first level spell, so I can produce flame, poison spray, and detect magic.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
Nice.
I figured because nobody has the detect magic spell.
I
I
have
actu-
detect magnet. I don't have detect magic.
I actually
Hold
just
up my
took detect
sword.
magic too.
Good,
But
because
you
we
know,
kept falling into places where we were
exactly.
like, what is it? I don't know.
I personally hate the detect magic spell with a passion.
Well,
Hey, because it foils
sucks
your
to suck,
scheme.
doesn't it? I guess.
And now 2 of
'Cause
you.
I love it.
It foils his schemes is why he doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Little does he know there's a spell that
I can
literally
only
conceals
cast it
you.
once, though.
Yes.
It's like one of those one and dones, I think.
The one and done. Make it count.
One and done, a long rest.
Yeah, but it also lasts for 10 minutes, does it not?
Yeah.
So
Buddy, what did you get?
So I took the telepathic feat,
Oh, of course. I love
so
it.
I can read minds, speak to everyone telepathically. I changed up some spells, so I got rid of the message spell, and I took spare the dying just in case.
Yes.
And just took a few extra, just took some more spells. Took some, and my weapon that I chose. I don't use weapons. I don't have armor. I took a +2 great axe. And I will be selling it.
Yeah,
Yes, as you should.
yeah, that checks out. That checks out a lot. Tilda, I'm sorry, I forgot. What weapon did you choose?
I took a +2 scimitar to get rid of my old scimitar. So I found the new pretty one and I threw away the old one. Or I gave it
Didn't
to
even
Buddy so
bother
he can
selling
sell
it.
it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I gave it to Buddy to sell on Facebook Marketplace.
How much is this great axe worth?
A good bit. It's a good bit.
welcome to Buddy Luckyhands day trading. We
So
give you
here's
the
what I want to do. Here's what I want to do. Noah, we'll get to Jason in a second. We'll get to Jason in a second. That
Sure.
doesn't matter right now. Here's what matters. Give me a numeral value for this +2 great axe.
Probably around 500.
500. Great. I'm going to make one bet. If I roll a 16 or above, I get 1,000 gold. If I roll below a 16, I get nothing because I'm gambling.
So wouldn't this be better in a role play scenario though?
Absolutely not, because Buddy doesn't want everyone to know about his gambling addiction.
Hidden.
He's out back in the shed talking to his patron, like, "Yo, hold on here. Oh, I got a deal for you."
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll this dice, and I'm gonna cover it with something, and we're gonna come to it at the beginning of the episode.
Okay.
Okay. I have
Do you accept the terms of the deal?
I've got a lid to a
I'll accept
Tylenol
that. I think that's
bottle.
very funny.
I've got a lid to a Tylenol bottle, and it's
gonna
covered.
cover it.
Hey,
Wow.
I didn't know we were doing drugs on the podcast today.
Where's my bennies?
All right, we can move on. We can move on.
What he didn't tell you.
Great.
What he didn't tell you is he didn't specify there was a D20, so he rolled a D100.
If I get a 16 or more.
no.
No,
you're
I actually
so right.
rolled a D4 to guarantee that I lost because I hate dealing with money.
Buddy says we live in a society.
All right, Jason, you're up.
Yeah, so as was hinted in the past couple episodes, since Quincy is so fragile, I'm just kind of going with it. His skin is reforming harder as he's being wounded, and I took the tough feat. So that essentially gives me 2 extra HP per level. So I jumped from 28 max HP to 44. So maybe I'll survive one hit.
He's like a hobbit. He's got tough feet.
Man, you stole my joke. I was gonna say it. Man.
In addition to that, I changed out some spells. Like I said, got the detect magic, and then some other things like vicious mockery. I've never played a bard who actually took vicious mockery as a cantrip, so I want to play around with that, and something else that will be revealed later.
DM, if we just repeatedly stab Quincy in the gut and heal him over and over again, can he take the tough feat again?
It's like the Saiyans, whenever
Zinkai
they're
boost.
yeah, the Zinkai.
I feel like that's perfectly legal.
Legal?
Based off the logic. Based off the logic of the feat of his feat taking, it's perfectly reasonable.
Now, my the +2 weapon that I took was a longsword, the hilt of which one end curves downward, like the crossguard curves downward, and the other end curves upward to kind of deflect the blades or like catch them, and it is just almost like a shimmering, but it's not like actually producing light, but it looks more perfect than any usable sword should be.
All right.
And it kind of has like the rings that come out from the crossguard as well.
Very, very cool. All right. I actually don't have any questions about anybody's level up or anything like that. So let's just crack on. Let's get into this. You all are in the tavern. It is the next morning, and you all wake up. Some of you more hungover than others, even after healing. But yeah, you guys wake up with goals in mind. Something about the mines of Delavic. What do you guys do? Do you guys go downstairs, grab something to eat?
I believe we actually stayed in the guard station.
You're so right. You're so right.
All right. I'm lifting the Tylenol bottle cap now. If
Okay.
it's below a 16, I'm sleeping outside. And if it's above if it's 16 or higher, I come down in brand new clothes.
Because you made some deal out back last night.
As Buddy stumbles in from outside, no, with just his undergarments on,
Oh no.
Oh no.
because that's a 4.
Tilda,
Oh.
I don't know how you want to play it because I healed you from being drunk, and then I think you got drunk again. So I don't know
Your
how you
girl
want.
has a headache.
You got double hangovers going on.
Buddy, why are you?
You look at Nantucket, also looks a little bit worse for wear.
Nantucket, what happened?
Listen, we
Speak with animals.
Hey, this guy, you just don't know. He's all over the place, you know. He got that great accent. He said, "I'm gonna head on down to the slums, see if I can put this on a bet, maybe play a couple of rounds of craps or whatever gambling game insert Bardun specific gambling game here." And he lost it all.
Euchre.
Helaena leaves for just one night. One night, and you're already missing all of your clothes, buddy.
I just need you to know that that's not the thing that did it. It's the fact that this is our first night in an actual city without there being any threat of imminent danger.
So the first thing you
player's
do is
gonna play.
Potato's gonna potate.
Oh, don't talk about food. My stomach hurts. I love whiskey.
I know.
Love
It
me.
I think it loved you a bit too much, actually.
I actually heard that if you get a hangover, you should keep drinking. So, but
If I were a bad friend, I would suggest that. But I think you just need to drink some water, maybe sit down, maybe just try and forget about alcohol for a little bit.
Hold on,
I don't
Quincy.
think I can. It's made its mark on me.
Yeah.
This
It's
might be a
Maker's
turning
mark
point.
on me.
Boo!
Hold
it's
on,
actually funny, but boo!
Tilda. The
Yes,
priests
Abydan.
had a remedy for a hangover. They called it Fur of
Would
the
the-
Wolf.
Okay, were the priest just always drunk?
Yeah, that's why we have so many liquors from monks. I mean, I know they're not the
Not
same,
always.
but the
That-
holy men really
that
like their liquor.
That explains some of the services I've been to.
Not always, but consistently there was time for recreation, but not preaching.
Anyway, what are we...
Hold on, I'll
What
go
are we
make
doing?
it for you.
What? Thank you. What are we supposed to do now? Helena's gone, doing Helaena things, being valiant.
Oh, by the way, this is the one thing I didn't necessarily gamble, and I hold up a key.
What's that? Good job.
Yeah,
Helaena
if you had
gave me
lost that, I believe you would have lost your birthright.
I know when to hold them, and I know when to fold them.
Someone should write a song about that.
Nah, that would never work.
It'll never catch on. Here, Tilda, here you go.
That was
Oh,
fast,
thank
Evan.
you. Ooh. Should I... Do I want to know what's in it?
Probably not.
Okay. I throw it back and I'm like... I'm fine.
Get down.
I'm fine. What are we doing now? The town is safe.
The country is still at risk, though.
Quincy will reach into his pack and pass Buddy the shirt that he gave him from On's house, because he's no longer using it. Please cover up.
Yeah. This peak male physique.
Anyway, so Abydan, you got a lot of information last night. Was that correct? A lot
Yes.
of maybe new direction.
I'm not entirely sure if it's a direction we want to go in, but yes.
Right. They said something about helping Herrick's?
To be.
Helping that little
Little-
shit?
Yes, I had a feeling you were going to say that.
He has dead eyes and is a child and is worthless. My head still hurts, but what do you mean helping him? Because if I remember correctly, I was not here during this conversation, right?
You were as soon as he came out, and
You know, I don't remember.
mentioned it a
I was
little bit. Yeah, you.
drunk. I remember nothing.
How
Works
helpful for
out.
expositing then? Well,
I don't understand why we need to help him. We need to get him.
Adorine did place it low on the goals list. The number one goal is to prevent Driscalo from awakening.
Right. Which we don't exactly know how to do, right?
Yes, unfortunately, that's correct. For now. I'm sure something will reveal itself.
Like another mysterious voice in your head?
Hopefully the same one.
If it weren't for the voices in your heads, I'm sure we would be just lost wandering in the wilderness.
I'm gonna speak in everyone's head. And this voice in your head is gonna be talking a lot more.
Oh!
God, no!
Wait, so everyone can hear him now? That's wonderful.
Oh, I hate it so much.
Actually, buddy, we can really utilize this. We
It
can
is true.
capitalize on this.
But all that aside, very impressive, buddy. Brava. But if we don't exactly know how to stop Driscalo from being awakened, I mean, preventing anyone from attempting to awaken Driscalo is probably the best bet, right?
Correct. There's also something I was mulling over last night. In the dream, Adarine spoke of Shavera and Herix's alliance, and that it only benefits her if Herix settles on the throne. If Shavera plans on betraying Herix or is using him for some ulterior motive, then perhaps our interests in deposing Shavera align with Adarine's. That is,
Right.
supposing that Herix is being controlled and not just a pawn.
But, I mean, depending on how all of this got started, it could be still all Herix's fault. And if it is, then I believe that he has forfeited his right.
I don't know how
speaking
many
out loud.
people are going to want this child to stay on the throne after a big scary monster guy and him work together, so regardless if he was a pawn or not, people aren't going to like him. And as this should be a democracy, the people should have a choice.
What is a
Who is
democracy?
Well,
What are the words
No,
you're
it's when
using right
people-
now?
it came upon me in the whiskey state of mind
Hmm.
that we should be able to elect a king as a popular vote, and Herix does not
Electing a
have my
king.
vote.
Sounds
Elect-
are you insinuating a government by the people for the people?
By the people, for the people. You said it, not I.
And
Listen, it sounds like we, the people of Bardoon, in order to form a more perfect union, should establish justice to ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and provide the blessings of liberty for ourselves and our posterity, to ordain and establish some hypothetical constitution of these United Nations of Everil.
Buddy, how did you lose all of your clothes last night when you got a mind like that?
I'm very bad at games.
All that to say, regardless, the people may riot if Herix is still on the throne. I think we need to go figure out what's happening with him because, one, I really don't like him. He gave me weird eyes. And you know what? I feel a little brave now. I feel, the whiskey really gave me something to look forward to, which is another glass tonight. But it makes me feel like I don't have to take people's shit. That's a new favorite word of mine.
Oh boy.
And Herix gave me eyes, and I don't like it. And I don't know who this god is that's talking to you.
Hear,
Abydan,
hear.
So
it is complicated.
she kind of just came out of nowhere and was like, "Ooh, do this for me. It makes me feel good." Like, why?
I think that's how gods work, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, gods have never helped me, so.
True enough, it's up to us mortals to do what's right, at least in this situation. Still, I think there is merit in seeing what Herix is up to.
I mean, we should see what he's up to. There's probably some sort of connivingness that's happening.
But at the same time, we are ill-informed about the goings-on of the rest of the kingdom. And apparently, one of the stipulations for keeping Driscalo bound was that there be a king or a queen sitting the throne of Everil. So,
From his bloodline, or
unfortunately, it seems to be from his bloodline.
Well, there are 5 of us to choose from. Technically 6, but Helaena is doing her thing. And Herix isn't in this. So there's 4 of us to choose one. And you know who has my vote? Quincy Durand.
And mine as well.
oh,
You-
Hang on. Let's think about this for a second. I vote for Quincy.
See, we all vote for you, Quincy.
do I get a vote?
And Tilda's hypothetical government by the people for the people, we just elected you.
We
You
can
are
make
our
this a real
representative.
government. We can
Problem.
take Herrick's out.
Okay, so my one vote is a throwaway vote, so I vote for this seventh party.
Ralph Nader.
We don't have an independent party here.
We don't?
The problem is that even establishing a king in a democratic way is only a stopgap. Driscolla will still break free eventually after the next election of someone who isn't related to, Mevera. So we're stuck
Quincy
again.
needs to get on the throne and get busy, is
Well,
what I'm hearing.
Right. So electing a king really isn't how monarchies work.
I understand
But-
that, but you have the birthright, and we just need to overthrow Herrick. So therefore, it's a coup.
Right,
That is
right.
allowed. I'm sure.
Yes,
I really
Yes.
just don't like him. And I just found out I still have a bottle of whiskey here. So I'm going to take this on the road.
Tilda?
Tilda, it is.
I'm not going to drink it.
Tilda, it is 8:14 in the morning.
Shh, Irish coffee. I don't know what that is, but it feels right to me.
The other
I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to hold on to it.
Lux and Sultan coffee is not for the faint of heart.
The other important facet of the arrangement is that there must be a church established to Adirine again.
Oh,
Can't you do that? You're a priest with no god.
No, I have a god now. It's Adirine.
Oh, that was really quick.
congrats, dude.
You were there for that.
Who are you
you were
pointing
just-
to?
I was pointing it
He-
at. I metaphysically point at Quincy, but then I turned to Tilda and I go, "You were very drunk for that, so you clearly don't remember."
Oh, I didn't know that you had specifically, signed up, as it were.
I didn't really have a choice.
Right, the whole religion, God chooses you.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Fated, blah blah blah.
Right.
That's another thing we should probably work on. We need to add democracy, maybe separate from
Well,
state.
not
separate.
necessarily. I mean, the gods have, in the history of Bardoon, done some great things. There are some also awful gods,
But this
according
is
to
all,
the story.
But this is all circumspect in theory until we figure out what to do next.
I
So-
think we need to leave this town and walk in a direction, and we'll figure it out from there. Do we go to
Driscolla?
Thanks. That coffee is just.
I thought you
coffee.
said
it's just
that-
coffee.
okay.
It's just coffee and cream.
And whiskey.
I think
No.
we need to see what we're dealing with, certainly. But
What are we supposed to do against a giant dragon creature?
Right, and in the stories of horrible evils locked away for many thousands of years, going and checking on them is the guaranteed way to release them earlier.
the good news is that I don't think it can be released earlier. It's following the stipulations of the binding contract.
But there's always loopholes.
True.
What those are, I do not know. But
I don't know
if
what else
we
to do.
go to Everil, are we going to be able to overthrow Herrick's and Shivera and get rid of him? Or if that happens, is it going to follow the plot line of every book that I've ever read? We go fight the one bad guy, but oops, turn around, there's the big boss man, and then he shows up. Is that what's going to happen? Because maybe at that point we could have gotten a little bit more understanding of how we can fight him if we fight Shivera first.
I think either way, it's a lose-lose situation. We just don't know enough right now.
And honestly, either way, it's going to be a benefit to us if we continue to gather prestige throughout the kingdom. If we are the only ones, and Redoran and Everon, how small they are, who vouch for myself, then it'll fall flat. Ultimately, as Buddy was saying the other day, we have to make me into someone who can be followed.
So then the question becomes, what province do we go to next?
Well, what's the closest one? I pull out my binoculars.
I was about to say, hold on.
I don't like those binoculars, Jason. Dear listeners, Jason is making a terrible face on the camera screen. Kinda is giving Pan's Labyrinth, but if his eyes were still in his head.
I believe going to the Southern Province first makes the most sense.
Isn't that away from Everil, though? Haven't we been going south this whole time?
Yes, but we haven't.
Yes, but if we're doing the whole rightful king thing, then we need to hit all the provinces.
So we're going on the word is coming to me, campaign tour. I like it. Campaign tour.
Quest to campaign quest. Trademark reserved.
Wow.
We're marketing geniuses.
Okay, I mean, if you think that's what's gonna help get Herrick's off the throne, but my brain thinks going straight to the problem and showing the people that we are gonna take out the big bad that is killing their family members might also get you a good perspective.
The problem with that is that everyone in the city is most likely mind-flayed, controlled like they were.
Yeah,
And
but
this
wouldn't they
time-
be happy
But
to be
if-
released from it?
Right, if we release them from Shavera's control, then they would be grateful, I'm sure. But the
Any
problem
of us-
lies in Shavera would reasonably be way more powerful than Versi.
At this point, I don't believe any of us are capable of killing Shavera. We need to build our strength up, both militarily and of our own characters. Going south is cautious, yes, but
And it stands to reason that Shavera would have sent other, call them generals or sons or whatever, to the other provinces to take over their capitals and, sow the seeds of mind flayness, such as what Versi was doing. Because the attacks were happening all throughout the kingdom.
exactly. There are people down there that need our help just as much as the people here.
But do we know that? Have we had any other visions of Versi doing shenanigans, or are we just assuming? Have we
Well-
heard? I mean, we can go ask, I guess, some of these people in town if they've heard from other provinces.
Provident? Oh, yes, I see the issue.
Yes, it's not just
Province.
this coffee.
Well,
I mean, we can ask them, because I don't want to go on a fool's mission just to go on a fool's mission.
I think going to try and assassinate Shavera could be a fool's mission at this point,
Nah.
though.
I think
Cooler.
perhaps utilizing the resources that we have in the town here would be a good idea. Certainly the guards here also know that water call spell and would be able to check in on their other posts throughout the kingdom. We can at least get some more information through that.
If we're lucky, there'll be a guard post near the border, up to the north.
We're in a guard post.
No, not of the town, I mean of this province.
Oh, sure.
It would make sense for warning. We have to risk the chance that would maybe reveal our hand. I feel like that's the correct choice. Either way, we'll give away something of what our plans are.
I think we should check just to see. And I don't know if there really is nothing going on, maybe we can head back towards Everil.
I mean, you're the king, or will be.
A little salute back and forth there. Buddy, any insight?
I just don't think is that smart to return to the center of everything that's going on when we have right around on our side. We got one province on our side. We need to find out. We gotta unite. We gotta show them a leader. We gotta campaign.
Yeah, that word again.
It just something about a night of revelry really brings the new vocabulary.
I agree.
I am
I
also
agree.
a poet.
That was beautiful.
Came up with that on my own.
Inventor of democracy and a poet.
Man, this coffee is good. It's very
So, check with the guards, maybe head further south, build up our new kingdom.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan to me.
So I want to just check in on one of the guards that are present and around in this station and see if they would be able to water call one of the other points in the southernmost province there.
So it sounds like, to my knowledge, you guys will be headed towards a small town called Helen within the province of Helicast, which its major city within it is Helicaton. If there are reports or whatever, they would come from Helen, which would be the next closest guard post to you guys in that next.
So, what sort of information is given? Well, I'm assuming that the guard would go and water call the guards from Helen.
Yes. And that guard will report back to you guys that there's actually a little bit of a problem in the local town of Helen. Helen has been very peaceful, has been very unassuming for a long time. However, they have recently had a string of murders. This string of murders has been brought to the attention of the local lord of Helen, Lord Dellen Freglak of House Helicast. Lord Dellen Freglak is going to ask you guys to assist in the solving of these murders because even Lord Freglak is overwhelmed and believes that there may be something larger happening.
That certainly sounds like something we could attempt to do. Did they say how recent these murders were occurring?
Yes, it'll take you guys 2 days to get there. There have been a string of 4 murders that have happened up to this point.
How frequently did the murders happen?
1 murder each for the past 4 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Well, there'll still be more evidence by the time we get there.
I will, take this information and present it to the rest of the bastards. And
The bastards.
so it does sound like something's happening.
It sounds like something worth looking into for now.
I fear, Quincy, that you'll be the next in the string of murders, but you're tough now, so.
I was about to say, he literally just told us he's toughened up overnight.
Punches him in that shoulder. It's not very strong because Abydan is also not very strong.
Yes.
Abydan, in fact, is much weaker than Quincy.
Buddy, up for a little sleuthing?
Okay.
Great. Sounds like a plan.
Well, should we head up then?
I suppose. There was an interesting point about the keys that was brought up. Last thing that we should address is, do you think that we should keep all the keys together in case they are all needed?
Probably.
Meaning we get Helena's key.
Right. She doesn't exactly want it, I'm assuming.
I mean, it's better safe than sorry, but that's
Might
a
help
group
support
effort.
it might help support your claim to the throne when we get there, if we have all the keys, if
Right.
anything.
Okay. Yeah, so as long as she's willing to part with it, then we should get that. And I guess we should head out after that.
Agreed.
Any last things to do in Redoran?
Leave.
Tilda slowly filling up flasks.
Yes.
Oh boy, Tilda. We gotta.
If you have a gambling problem, I have a drinking problem. Shh.
One of those I can cure, the other, not so much.
I need to feel this pain.
The guard, Quincy, that you spoke with gives you a note from Helaena.
I wonder what it says.
I will open.
Oh, good.
He'll leave it. He's all right. That's cool. Let's go.
It's all right. I don't actually want it. She left, so.
I did what I could to assist you all in your endeavors moving forward. If you are to need me, all you have to do is ask. We did a great service to the people of Redoran. We have secured horses, if you would like. If you would like to collect, meet at the stables on the southern end of the town, and they will be waiting for you.
Yeah, 3 horses.
Woo!
I
A
will take a
horse.
horse.
A horse? A horse is a horse?
You're not the poet in this party.
That's true. That's true.
Look at my horse. My horse is amazing.
Do they have a pony?
Do they have a pony? I want to say Helaena probably would have thought of that for you. Yeah.
Yes. I
Is
want
it a
my
pony
own
or is it a
animal.
miniature horse?
Ooh, a miniature Clydesdale.
Yes.
I want to say that it's like a Shetland pony.
That's fine. That'll do.
Acceptable.
That's
Yeah,
almost
Shetland
Tilda's.
ponies are like the corgis of horses.
They're so
That's
small.
almost Tilda's favorite word.
What?
Corgi.
No,
Oh,
Shetland.
Shetland.
No.
You're so right, Quincy.
The stables.
Let's get these horses.
You all make your way to the stables. As you all make your way to the stables, there is going to be one other person who stops you midway. The person who approaches you is missing a leg and is walking on crutches, like completely missing. He speaks with barred teeth and says, I heard through the grapevine that you all were looking to investigate some mines.
Oh, we were thinking about it.
I
Person
cast
standing in
detect
front
thoughts.
of you. Yeah,
Oh, I was about to too. Because that's another spell I took.
Wisdom
Horse
14
doubling up.
save.
I also, because Quincy wants to know what's going on. So,
yeah. So the person in front of you is a very dark-skinned dwarf with a braided beard that meets its way all the way down to his groin. It's a huge beard. His name is Oberon. Oberon goes ahead and informs you all again through clenched teeth that if you guys are going to look down into those there mines, just know it's cost a good many of us our lives whenever Everil said to explore them. There's legends of a great spectral green ghost that is known to protect the treasure and attack whomever enters, and will continually cause the environment to change and drive you all into madness.
It sounds like a horrible place, to be honest.
and what is he thinking during this?
What is he thinking through it?
Yeah, or like after just the whole time.
Oh no, he's giving you a warning.
I want to probe deeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, wisdom saving throw.
Yep. Well, that's stupid. Okay.
You want to roll another one against mine?
No, that one will do just well.
Okay.
You can see that Oberon is very much so scarred from what has happened before. Oberon lost his leg, as well as many of his ancestors barely survived or didn't survive through the exploration of those mines. The treasure that he's speaking of is just that. It's gold, it's ore, it's jewels. It's a lot of stuff that was hidden. But there is something that is told of in legend that he is omitting. Something about a great creature encased in amber.
Who is Amber?
Whenever he's thinking about this, are there any like images or anything that we can get about it that he may know, or is it just that he's known about the creature?
It's truly just that he's known about the creature.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a place no one should ever go.
Bye.
Very
Tilda is
good.
uncomfy. Tilda wants to go. Thanks
Tilda,
for
you are
your
the
help.
first to arrive at the stables, and you are able to see a Shetland pony that is decked out in armor.
I shall name him Frank. And I cry a little bit because I've never seen a horse that is my size.
Not only is it your size, it's a war horse. This is a war pony.
It's even better.
A war Shetland pony.
It's really gonna help with her anger issues that she has right now. Immediately runs towards it, but then stops and knows that you can't just rush at an animal and does the the give your hand to a cat or dog thing. It's like, here, Percy. I want to be best friends with it. Oh no.
Yep. And her name is Frank. Is that right?
If she's
It
a
is
she,
now.
yes, her name is Frank.
Yes, that was the joke. Yep, 100%.
Frank is
What-
regardless the name.
I'm not gonna speak to animals.
Yeah, I guess I got really excited. Yeah, you know what? Cast speak with animals, so I don't just assume it's name.
She's your property, so just, whatever.
We are. This is.
Hey, listen. That's
I
covered
was
in the
very
Constitution.
excited.
That's covered in the Constitution.
No, this is. We are a partnership. Hey, horsey,
Are you?
what's your name?
Francine.
Francine!
Francine.
Frank.
know what? I love it. I love that name. Are you okay if if we hang out?
Frank for short. But yes, that's fine. I am short.
This is going to be a really good partnership. I can feel it.
Ooh, Tilda, can you
Uh-huh.
ask what the other horses' names are?
Oh,
Don't ask what my horse's name is. I don't care.
okay.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
Frank.
name my horse.
What are the other horses' names except for that kind of oddly looking?
The one that's
that
missing
looks-
three
The one that
hooves.
has
It
the
is
one that's
missing a-
cross-eyed.
3 hooves? It just hovers on one?
No,
The hover horse? It's a phantom steed.
that horse looks like it has a gambling problem, and I don't know how to explain that. Don't tell me its name. What are the other horses' names?
Wait. Is it cross-eyed? Is it solid black?
I
Is it
literally
long?
said
Is
that
it
he has
tongue
cross eyes.
lulling out of it?
The lore! The
Absolutely.
lore!
All right, so you got
Oh.
cross eyes, you got Francine. Abydan, your horse's name is probably your horse is like a gray and a white patches, and her name is Bryn, Bryn.
Her name is Bryn. I forgot I am the one casting.
I
Yep,
will walk up to Brandon and just do like the head touch and stroke her mane.
Roll for animal handling.
Okay, there you are, stat sheet. Appreciate you showing up.
I cast guidance.
Thanks.
Help you out.
I counterspell.
No.
I cast minor illusion to make it look like the horse's head is 1 foot closer to him than it is.
And I cast minor illusion to make
Yeah.
it look like from Quincy's perspective, it's the exactly 1 foot back. But from Abydan's perspective, it's what Quincy cast.
I'm like, wait a
it's actually
second.
already happened. My hands are already on its face. I know where its face is already.
Yes, but it looks like you're inside the horse.
Yeah, well.
Oh
then
God!
So I roll
Not in a creepy way, in a
16 on
tauntaun way. In a
16 on-
tauntaun way.
16 on animal handling, but then I need to make an intelligence check to see through the illusion.
No, just roll for guidance. Yeah.
19 with guidance.
Okay, great.
The horse loves you, Abydan.
It's not an Abydan roll if it's not above a 15.
Hey, I was gonna let that counterspell stand. Tell him.
I
not
don't
to.
have counterspell.
Oh well.
That's a 9th level spell.
No, it's not.
Counterspell's a third level
Okay,
spell.
you know what I meant. It's a 3rd
I
level
counterspell
spell.
it at 9th level.
It
When I
ruins.
say ninth, I really mean
I
third.
counterspell your cantrip at 9th level. It just explodes in your face, and we all die instantly.
Okay,
End.
how
All
does
right, Quincy, your
Bryn
horse.
react?
Bryn starts loving up on Abydan, like just sort of nuzzles into the hand.
Cute, cute. And Quincy, behind curtain number 1, your horse is
Blake.
Sodom. Sodem.
Scrotum.
Scrotum.
Sodom. Sodem. This is
Sodom.
Sodom.
a
Okay.
It's real close to something.
what?
This is a what horse?
It's a very dark horse, like Katy Perry dark horse.
Yes.
Oh, it's like Hellboy.
Never seen it.
It's by Dark Horse.
Mm.
Which means it's by Katy Perry.
So
But where's
Sodom.
the cherry tree?
Sodom. Yep.
no, what's the name? You can't just say it's so dumb.
No. Quincy. So dumb is its name. Don't. He's actually kind of offended that you think he's dumb.
Oh no, you
but
said
his
it.
name
You
is
said it, not
Sodom.
me.
No. You're gonna have to try really hard.
Yeah, roll for animal handling at disadvantage, you bigot.
Yeah.
Guidance.
Damn it.
Counterspell.
Counterspell.
I also do not have counterspell.
You don't get a 3rd level spell until next level.
Yeah, you don't get it until you reach level 20 and you get access to 9th level spells.
That's a nat 4, but with the guidance, it's a no, nat 1, but with the guidance, it's a 4.
Oh, great. Yeah. Sodom is pissed at you, dude.
Oh, how about I just call you Saw, dude? No,
Dude.
Saudi.
Quincy,
He's an
you're
Arabian. He's an Arabian
Miss-
horse, and you call him Saudi.
Oh no!
maybe just Sodom is fine, Mr. Sodom. I apologize. Evan, can I have Bryn?
Bryn doesn't like you. Bryn
Bryn and Tilda are forever bound.
Yeah, no, Bryn loves Abydan. Frank and I, besties. Unnamed.
I look at this horse, the solid black cross-eyed horse, and something tells me deep down
It's like
that
a
its name is
Budweiser horse,
that
by
its
the way.
name is
What are those
Morgan.
called? The
Morgan.
Yes.
But
Clydesdale.
I look at it and I go, "Your name is Seabiscuit."
Gonna do great things.
Toby Maguire.
You just hear the horse under its breath, sort of defeated, go,
Yes, Seabiscuit. I'm gonna roll animal handling and I'm gonna guidance myself.
yeah, guide yourself.
Oh baby!
I hope that's a nat 20.
No, that was an 18 plus 3 plus 4.
Nice.
Seabiscuit likes his name.
Seabiscuit.
Defeated Seabiscuit
Oh my
likes
God.
it.
We're like in Act 3 of the movie right now.
Yeah.
Seabiscuit realized he never knew what life was until he was called Seabiscuit. So that's why he's so sad, because he's just not been living his life.
Oh my God. It's like, in 1937, you're going to beat the Triple Crown winner War Admiral. For 4 links of the horse special, Pimlico was voted on by the American Horse of the Year in 1938.
That's like almost 1,000 years ago.
Quincy.
I cast Wikipedia on myself to look up Seabiscuit.
It was good.
All right, let's get on these horses and go.
I want it to be clear, though, Tilda's horse, Frank, is fully decked out in armor.
As it
The
should
others
be.
are not.
Oh,
Did it
nice.
cost 80
Helaena
Microsoft
did that on
points
purpose.
on 2007?
Mhm.
It did. At
Yeah.
exactly 6 Bitcoin.
Yeah, Helaena knew that I needed a horse with armor.
Yep.
She's looking out for me.
Yes.
bro.
gallop out of the
Yep.
the stables.
Very good.
Wait, no, Tilda, have you ever ridden a horse before?
I don't know. Let's see.
You still
That's what I
gallop.
wanted.
You
I just
still
wanted you to
gallop.
roll.
Guidance. I'm
Gosh,
gonna
no.
roll my guidance first. Let's see what I got.
Wait. Do
4.
I have something that can mess with it?
No.
Don't mess this up.
I minor illusion one of those hurdles for horses, right?
13 plus 6 plus 4 is 23. I know how to ride a horse.
Prestidigitate flames.
It's
Like
the
she just activated NOS.
WWE, like the opening ceremonies.
While all
Mhm.
this is happening and all this chaos is going on, I'm just going to be. Abydan is just taking off his Redoran cloak, folding it up, putting it in the saddlebag, and he's putting on the bear cloak that he took off Mercy's corpse because he wants to look baller as we leave town.
Oh yeah.
Plus, it also wouldn't hurt to, like if we're fighting evil things, maybe have evil scent on me to disguise that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Come on, guys, join me.
Well,
Tilda, what?
That Irish coffee is good.
Seabiscuit, you take your time.
Seabiscuit can't see where the door is.
Biscuits.
First stumbles a little bit and then gets into a canter.
I bet you're gonna have wings one day, big boy.
Quincy will doff the cloak of Redoran and from his pack just reattach the shoulder cape from his first outfit that he peed in because it has been cleaned and dried now.
Has it though?
Yes, we've had so many days of travel.
Bringing back a classic, I see.
It feels more me,
Understandable.
and he will attempt, kind of like, if you'll allow me, I'm sure we'll be great friends to Totem, and he will attempt to mount and then follow Tilda at a slower pace to start.
I guess do we need what kind of checks we got to make to get up on these horses? Do we need to make them any checks? Or
No.
can we just...
So
Nope.
I actually have
Y'all
proficiency.
are on the horses.
I actually have proficiency in land vehicles, so I should be good.
Is that all your horses to you as a land vehicle? How dare you?
Absolutely,
Soda
it
doesn't
is.
like you.
Yeah,
You
Abydan.
don't-
And we want to make this guy the king? Come on.
Yes.
I'm just gonna gracefully, just hop onto Bryn.
All right, girl. Time to get to work.
All right. You guys begin riding south. It's about 10 a.m. By the time that you guys are leaving town. Tilda, you're the first one out of the gate. Go ahead and roll a d24, please.
Just straight. Nothing.
Yep.
No, roll it gay.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Ooh. 19. 19.
Yep, great. All right, awesome. The first day's worth of travel is completely uneventful. And you guys are able to make camp that evening. Do you guys have any discussion, anything like that needs to happen that is pressing?
Can't wait until
Right.
tomorrow. All right, see you guys tomorrow.
Great, love it. You guys
Well-
continue riding the next morning, and no, go ahead, Quincy.
What what is the environment like? What are we seeing? What immerse me, please.
Yeah, I also would like to talk to Quincy before we go to sleep for the night.
You guys have made it out of what is considered the Red Benefix Forest, so you are looking more at your standard evergreen trees, but you're entering into more swamplands. These swamplands, you guys have already experienced cone swirler bushes before.
Right.
And there's a variation of cone swirler bushes that are made entirely of vines, less like a bush, like the cone swirler bushes were. So these vines sort of collect together. They're much smaller and they have more gaps in them. They're usually not used as housing, but you guys are taking a southern road down and you don't see anybody on the road. You guys are the only people traveling here from what you can see throughout the entire day. That may strike you as somewhat odd. A couple other things that you're able to see more of those orange, green, and blue star mosses, and you're also able to see dragonbark trees. And the dragonbark trees are known for their resilience and ability to grow literally anywhere, with bark that is typically the wooden base for some wooden armors and weapons, as well as foundation for homes and that sort of stuff. Lastly, the last little bit of foliage that you guys are able to see are palabin creepers that you guys are able to move past. It's an ivy-like vine which grows over footpaths and other less fertile soil. So like what you guys are traveling on within this road. Often these can reach a diameter of about 2 foot wide and resemble fallen trees. But you guys are able to sort of navigate.
Since we have like the horses with, I'm assuming, the traveling packs and everything, when we see the dragonbark trees, it would be really cool if we could get, a fair amount of that, roughly enough for eventually a fine woodworker to make some Tilda armor, since she can't wear metal armor.
That's true.
So Quincy will just, gather as much as he can and, strap it to the sacks, or we can spread it amongst the horses if we need.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're absolutely able to do that.
Awesome.
Go ahead and roll a d20.
I
Quincy.
will give him the help action.
Okay.
Quincy, let me help you with that.
Any modifiers?
Nature.
Like nature. Then that will be a 21.
Okay. With a 21, you're able to gather easily enough pieces that could be made into a wooden armor for Tilda.
Yeah.
There are only 2 notable creatures that you guys see. You guys are familiar with bear flask deer. You see those.
Right.
But 2 other creatures that I don't believe I have introduced to you guys yet. Smoky pandas.
We ran into those, yeah.
Okay, you did run into smoky pandas. Okay, great. So you know that those are gray pandas that turn into smoke or mist when someone gets too close. And then you run into a few swamp joytors. JUY-TORS, joytors. Those are bipedal otter-like creatures that simply enjoy mischief.
Interesting.
Weird, but cool.
Yes.
Those bisexual otter creatures look like they enjoy mischief.
There
Sorry,
it
that
is.
caught me so off
But he
guard.
says from his sleep.
I'm sorry. What was that, Chaz? That caught me so off guard.
No, I can't repeat the joke. I can't do it.
You'll just have to go back and listen.
You'll have to listen to the
Episode,
podcast.
Whatever this is.
Listen to the Bastard Children of Everil, an Unbardoon adventure.
Coming soon to a store near you.
Yes, so we would make camp, I'm assuming.
Yep. You guys make camp with no problem, presumably that night. You guys are able to continue traversing through this swamp area the next morning after having some rest. Oh, yes, Abydan, I'm sorry. Yes, you needed to speak.
Speak to Quincy real fast. Just as I'll kind of trudge up through the swampy gloom, and then call up to Quincy. Just kind of settle down next to him.
So, how are you feeling now that she's gone?
Oh. For some reason, I thought you were going to talk to me about something else. Maybe the kingdom, monarchy, and all that. But honestly, Helaena definitely had her merit. And I do believe that we will suffer from not having her with us. But she occasionally did butt heads with us. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's a little bit more peaceful.
Certainly quieter on the evening discussions, yes.
But, just kind of a melancholy expression crosses his face for a moment.
I will miss the abrasiveness that kept us on our toes at the time. Still, I think she made the right choice for her.
I think so too. And I'm kind of mixed on what I think about fate and all that, but I kind of think that this might be the right path. perhaps her staying back is what eventually will help us win the day.
True enough. We could all be so lucky to find such a place as that. Well,
Puts his hand on Quincy's shoulder.
I'm glad you're all right, though. You were closest to her.
Well, we probably had the most similarities, aside from her and Buddy, which, similar upbringings, very different personality. But what is done is done. I mean, she's gone, and we will think of her whenever we're doing all of this, I'm sure. But perhaps a more pressing question for you, how do you feel having been chosen?
Honestly, feels much of the same, surprisingly. I thought I would feel different, more defined, but no. The path that stretches before us is still the same, with the same obstacles. That is just my own faith has been made clearer, less obfuscated by doubt. And having a goddess in our corner certainly doesn't hurt things.
Let's just hope that she remains in our corner, because I don't think that what we are going to be doing is exactly what she wants to do. Or what she wants you to do, right?
What we end up doing will be best for the people of the kingdom.
Are you okay with that? Potentially going against your new goddess?
I believe we can appease Abydan and save this kingdom all the same, even if it requires something of a new deal being drawn up. I will not let innocent people come to harm.
If that's the case, why have a deity at all?
I did not choose my deity. My deity chose me. I do not know if it would have me do good or ill, but I will follow my own path and do the best I can to serve them in a way that benefits the people of Everil.
That reminds me of a saying we have in the bard community. I didn't choose the bard life chose me. Well, I suppose more will be revealed as we go on this campaign trail. I hope that you find more clarity. But for now, I think it's best we both sleep.
Agreed.
All right. Everyone goes to bed. You all wake up the next morning feeling somewhat refreshed, and you all are able to begin your journey, the last leg of things, into Helen. With that being said, you all pass by through the swampy area, more into grassy fields. These grassy fields serve as irrigation towards the swamps, and you're able to see that this is mostly farmers that are around here. There are a few large hills, and you can see the Utah mountain range sort of curving off in the distance, but that's miles and miles and miles away. But you are able to see that, you're still on a main road. Travel has been going well, and you all will reach your destination before the end of the night getting there. So probably around 7 p.m.
And we arrive at Helen.
Well, roll a d20 for me, Buddy, please.
Arg, I'll be rolling. Wait, that's a visual joke. That is a gentleman's 4.
Gentleman's 4. Okay.
Yeah. It's like I'm playing golf and I'm about to hit somebody.
4.
Oh, yes.
Gentlemen. That's what you shout, right? Gentlemen.
I
Gentlemen.
yell, Seabiscuit.
And then you hit Seabiscuit with a club and she's flying.
Oh, gosh.
I don't make jokes about animal abuse.
I was about to say.
I left my dice, so I'm having to use a virtual roller now. and I rolled a 3. So congratulations. You guys passed there without any encounters, nothing like that. You are able to notice something though, Buddy, you specifically. You don't see any of that thick fog directly around here. That
the air
blackened
isn't
fog.
quite as foul around this way.
You're right. There isn't as much of a malaise as there is other places.
You, random farmer on the side of the road. You half orc who stands 6.5 feet tall with a long braid going down your back, dyed at a lavender purple. What is your name?
It sounds like you already know.
My name is Dylan.
Dylan. Have you seen any black fog around these parts?
No.
Thank you, Dylan.
Gather.
And we continue writing.
Very good. Very good. All right. So you guys keep writing. The only other type of critter that you guys are able to see are mangerites, which are miniature lions, about the size of a pug, that exude immense heat.
Damn, those things are hot.
But you don't get any ideas.
So we're the fields, they're hot pugs. You did say pugs, correct? They're like pugs.
They're miniature lions.
Yeah, but they're like
the
pugs.
size of pugs, yeah.
Okay, they're pugs.
Oh, okay, sure.
They're lions.
Right,
they're lions. Yes, they're lions. But I want the breathing issues of a pug from these animals.
Aw.
I want to ride by them and hear. Oh, it's just trying its best. It was given a poor hand genetically.
Who are
Yeah.
we to interfere in nature?
You all now arrive in the town of Helen. Helen is within Helicast, and it is notable that there is a very large local monastery that is at the center point of Helen. There are guard towers spaced about, but there's no like outer wall or anything like that. But there is a very large lord's house. All of the buildings in Helen are 2 stories. The first story is where the people would do their occupational work, whatever their occupation would be. And then the second floor is their living space. That is 100% true, except for the one instance for the lord of the town, Lord Dylan Freglack, who I introduced to you guys earlier. Dylan Freglack of House Helen. His home is reversed. His living quarters are at the bottom, and his place of work is up above. As you all pass in, there are 2 guard towers on either side of the main road. Not with like a gate or anything there, but you do see that there are a few local guards who come out to greet you. The vast populace of this town will be elves and humans. However, there are a few notable exceptions, but you may or may not discover those later. But yeah, you are approached by 2 human guards who just simply ask you to state your business. What brings you in to Helen?
While we were on the road, Buddy's mustache has been growing and growing into something truly magnificent. And he walks up to these guards with an air of confidence, beguiling arrogance, and he, in a coy French accent, a la Hercule Poirot, he goes, "We are here to solve the murder." Sorry, it hurts talk like that.
You are here to solve the murder. The murder that occurred. Oh, the murders.
About them. It's your town. If I know about them, you know about them.
That is why they sent for me the greatest detective in the world.
What's your name?
My name is... Yes.
You think that
You
far
mean
in?
we?
No, I don't. I don't mean we.
This
Man.
this is Inquisitor Jacques.
Yes, my name is Inquisitor Jacques Luckyhands. But you can call me Buddy because I am your friend.
Indeed. He is our friend.
Oui.
And we are here to assist him in his
Yes, we are here to assist.
Very good. Well, I'm assuming then that you will need to speak with our local sheriff.
No. I would like to speak with. I would like to see the sheriff, but I would not speak with him. He will speak to me.
She.
He will. You see, Jacques Luckyhands does not see gender.
But everyone's a he to him.
But everyone's a he because I am an old sexist man.
But I don't see gender. This is
But I
unraveling.
do not see gender.
I am, how you say, a hypocrite.
You do not mock me.
It has been a very long road to your city.
We.
We were summoned by your lord.
He's very fluent in Elvish, as you can see.
C is not Elvish. C means yes in different language.
Very good. So you need to speak with Lord Dellen Fraglap.
Yes.
And be spoken to by the sheriff.
Yes.
I should have guessed she was a sheriff because I'm a detective, and sheriff starts with an S, an H, and an E. It only makes sense.
And also, when women talk, we listen.
Sometimes.
I beg to differ, but anyway,
I'm losing it.
let us
All right.
go see the sheriff.
Thank you, Tilda. Yes,
My name is
let's.
Jean-Claude,
Her name is Jean-Claude.
and this horse is Philippe.
That
But
is
we will
her
go see.
partner.
Your sheriff. I will not be able to keep any of that up.
Evan, did your voice just crack?
We're speaking with the sheriff or the lord or both at the same time.
I have come to the sheriff's place. I am here. I know where it is. I walked with my horse.
No, you guys
We
are
don't.
going to Lord Dellen Fraglap.
Yes.
Oh, we're going to the Lord.
We.
Very good. You all knock on the door of Lord Dellen Fraglap's place of residence and place of occupation. You all are greeted by a burgundy red female tiefling. Her name
Nice.
is Quincy Goldhorn, as is indicated by her golden horns.
I am going to use my powers of deduction and investigation to assume that your name must be Goldhounds.
Now, did
That
she...
would be correct. Who are you?
My name? My name is Inquisitor Jacques.
Band of merry men.
Yes.
We. Here to
I
solve
do not
our
remember this one's name, but her horse is Philippe.
murders.
Jean-Claude.
I
I'm
was not
Quincy.
expecting a VeggieTales reference tonight, but there we
The
go. We
only
get one
French
anyways.
names I could think of.
Or the French
The
peas
French
from
peas.
VeggieTales.
She was, as you say, homeschooled.
Tilda was, you're right. Who else would be weird?
All of us.
Ooh.
The female tiefling sheriff, Quincy Goldhorn, escorts you all inside.
Oh, she's
Um,
the sheriff.
But,
She's the sheriff?
Inquisitor, yes, that is the sheriff. Inquisitor,
We.
go ahead and roll for insight into her.
But of course. I'm going to stroke my mustache and use that to cast guidance on myself.
Very good.
The
Is
mustache.
the mustache just
I'm-
like Nantucket's like
All right.
tail?
Insight.
Yes.
I'm casting Detect Thought.
All right. So in insight, I got a 12 on the die, but that is a plus 5 plus 4. So that is a 21.
With the 21, you can see that she is very much so off-put by you all arriving here, saying that you're going to be able to solve a murder or murders.
You remind me. Oh, sorry, please continue, DM.
That she was put in charge of finding the culprit of. The fact that other people are coming in on her turf really puts her off. And that's what you get from Detect Thoughts on that as well, Quincy, is that she's put off.
Well, you remind me of myself when I was losing weight. I had to go off-putting. And that is the way you feel about me, no?
Yes, it is.
I deduce, as sheriff of this town, that you were off-put by our arrival because, much like him, losing the weight, you were in charge of something, and now someone else is coming and, making you do the thing. They're doing it for you. He didn't lose any weight. We actually lost weight. So what I'm trying to say...
It was a pun to say off-putting.
Oh. I deduce that you're upset because you think your job is in danger.
Oh no, my job is very much so secure. But I guarantee you, you will not be able to figure out who did this any faster than what I could.
What is she thinking as she said this?
Exactly what I just said.
Oh.
Yes, but of course, you would say that, yes? Because you are... Where are you from this town? No, let me guess. You come from the bigger city, and you could not make it rise up the ranks because you were a tiefling in this area, and there was an inherent bias, a racism against your people. So you come to a smaller town where you can make a name for yourself before going back, no? And this is gotten in the way of that. Yes? Oui.
I do not know how you did that, but that is literally exactly what I have put down. Yeah.
I am the world's greatest detective.
Detective Chimp.
That's genuinely great. Yeah. No, she comes from Everil.
I cast Spares the Dying on her career.
DM, I would like to petition for that to work exactly as it wants us to.
I would like to petition no.
Well,
guess what? My petition goes through and yours doesn't.
That was worth a shot. Sorry, Chaz, let you down.
That's all good.
You all are led up stairs to Lord Dellen Freglak's private war chamber. Lord Dellen begins now to explain the situation.
What does Lord Dellen look like?
Lord Dellen is a very old elf, like complete white hair, and is standing over his desk as you guys come in with files spread across the desk and looks like he hasn't slept in days.
Mm-hmm.
He then begins to speak.
I am sure that you all have heard the rumors of there being a murderer in the midst of the population of Helen. Because you all have come so quickly, I am prepared to pay each of you 200 gold if you are able to catch the murderer within the next 3 days.
We'll do it in 2, double or nothing.
Roll for persuasion.
Stroke my mustache guidance. That's not that great. That is a 6 plus 4, so a 10 plus 2, 12.
I could have given you Bardic, but
I will.
Yeah.
I will make a counteroffer for every day that you are able to solve it faster. I will give you all an additional 50 gold.
Oh, interesting. I already know who the killer is, but I will play it off like I do not know.
That is the thing about our truth. We withhold information.
I'm not entirely sure what any of you are playing at right now. Oh my God, I have to be the straight. I have to be the straight man in this situation. Oh God, help me.
But then this is the first time you've ever been referred to as a straight man. No.
I'm bisexual at best. There's two otters inside of me.
Oh yes, one of them. Which will one of them is angry, one of them loves. Which one will grow? The one you feed.
Please, Lord Dellen,
Yes, thank you.
catch us up to speed on what your investigations so far have turned up.
There have been a total of 3 witnesses to the past week's attacks, but their stories do not all seem to line up. I am calling a mandatory curfew for all people except for guards. However, there was a singular survivor from the attack that happened this night prior. A young human girl named Freya.
Yes, the girls.
The Alcodothon and the Rosa series.
What did she have to say?
Unfortunately, Freya has not been able to speak, as she is currently in some sort of mental shock, but is being tended to by one of the local monks from the monastery. However, Freya was able to get out one sentence before falling unconscious. I see him. I know who it is.
Yes, a red herring, but of course. You will have a guard take us to the child.
Before we do that, could you please inform us of who the other victims were? We already know, of course, but just so that you confirm the information, so it looks even more impressive.
Certainly.
Oh, gods.
I should also add, though, that Freya's condition is stable, but her mind is within this deep shock, and no information can be gained from her at this time through any means.
Yes, but of course.
The survivor, Freya Krekin, Crekin.
And I said human earlier. I didn't mean to say human. She is tiefling as well. That is a retcon. That is on.
Something tells me that you meant to say she was a tiefling, no?
That is correct.
Yes.
Were the other victims humans, elves?
There has not been a determinable correlation that I have seen of any age, sex, or race.
Yes, but what were the races of the others?
If you let me get there, damn it!
You weren't going anywhere. I don't know what you're so upset about.
Listen, mister. You need to let the man speak. He is the Lord, and we must show him respect. Please continue.
That is true, sorry.
Stop talking. Continue. He's not continuing.
The first victim is a male dwarven blacksmith whose name is Kindy Jane, aged 48. The next night, or the next morning I should say, we found the body of a female elven seamstress, Harren Thulbright, aged 29. The next morning we found a female human soldier, Holik Granswar, aged 52. On the fourth morning we found a male Aarakocra postal worker, named Junist Flightswar, aged 19. Yesterday morning, we discovered a female Torto carpenter named Grenda Dellen, aged 80. And then just this morning, we found a male tiefling artisan baker, Thinerish Krekin, Freya's father, aged 37.
Yes, but of course. And these have been once a day, no?
Yes, we find them on the morning patrol, outside of their place of residence.
And when did you implement the curfew?
I have implemented it today.
And
for your own safety, it will apply to you as well.
Oh, yes, but of course.
I would actually petition for the right to be outside, my lord. Our work may take its place in the dark.
I punch Abydan in the side to be like,
No.
We will follow the Lord's commands. We are here to help. We are here to abide.
If you truly wish us to help, it may be imperative that we help outside the times you would have us confined.
It does seem that they are going after the working class.
Yes, it is. Capitalism is the bad guy the whole time, no?
The bodies are being held in the morgue underneath the monastery.
Do you have a cause of death?
There has been no determinable cause of death, but it does appear that there was some sort of struggle, potentially an amount of strangulation as well. There is bruising around the neck.
Bruising. And so, I will lay out my trap, and we will catch ourselves a killer.
Okay, but what if it needs to be at night, though? I'm still gonna...
No,
but then...
I believe that the Lord's decision to inform a curfew is very, very wise.
Yeah.
Also, might we go and visit young Freya?
Yes, but of course.
I mentioned earlier that there were 3 witnesses to this before.
Yes.
But their stories did not line up.
We
Right.
gotta go talk to them.
Would you like the names of those?
Yes.
Atnamus or Sam Nuris, an old human woman widow.
Okay.
Eric Hover, Errik, Hover, Hover, a human guard. And last but not least, Delium Van Sporen, a local wood elf blacksmith.
Before I forget, Lord Dellen, the victims, did they, aside from Freya and Finrish, did they have families?
None to speak of.
No
You're
one
telling
cared.
me the 19-year-old doesn't have a family?
None really to speak of.
Are they all refugees to this town, not from around here?
Did I make fun of me, Jean-Claude?
I am Jean-Claude.
Well, in reference to Junus Flightswan, the postal worker specifically came from Everil, so there's no direct family around.
Did they all come from Everil?
No.
Okay. So it had to be a strong person to get all these people strangled. This accent is going.
You have to apologize for my lackey, Jean-Claude.
Partner.
Not partner. No.
Number 2.
Shit, yes.
You know, can we talk to Freya?
Before we talk to Freya, perhaps we should examine the bodies.
No, Abydan.
They are both
I
being
think,
kept at the monastery.
I think talking to Freya would be great.
Why?
We could split up the party.
No, we're not doing that. We.
I feel like
I
everyone is making fun of me now.
I think it is a very, very simple solving of casting a second level spell. Because she cannot speak, we can just read her thoughts.
And I think if you think it's going to be that simple, I think you're thinking far too little of exactly what's going to happen here.
And I think we could just pry deeper and just let's say it words and see what it pops into her mind.
There is no words coming out of your mouth.
No, I'm actually fluent in French. I'm understanding him right now.
It's Italian.
Oh, it's Italian? Why are you Italian?
Because I needed to be different.
What? All right, fine. I can understand Italian.
Oh, Killingsworth is going to have a field day.
Oh, God, love it.
I cast Spare the Dying on this podcast.
Please, we need it.
I told you past 10 p.m. I was gonna be useless.
Okay,
You have been far from useless.
Yeah, Jean-Claude has been the best.
Jean-Claude is the backbone of the investigative group.
Anyway, let's
I love me a good back brawn.
do something, maybe.
All right. It sounds
Go
like
Freya.
whether you guys want to talk to Freya or go to the morgue, you guys are going to head to the monastery.
Okay, yeah.
You all arrive at the monastery. The monastery is, again, centrally located in the midst of the town. And again, the town is very small. It's rather small. This is a decent chunk of its population that have been killed off. And there are only a few guards who exist around here. But you guys are going to make your way to the monastery, and it is in that sort of central square type deal where there are other residences and other occupation residences that are directly around it.
See, what type of monastery is this? Is this like a
polytheistic monastery?
okay? Is it more of a class monk, sort of like physical and mental training, or is it more just like a religious monastery?
Religious monastery. In fact, go ahead and make a perception check real quick.
Guidance.
Help action.
I stroke his mustache.
That would be mod 20.
With a mod 20, the type of architecture here is very Gothic in sense, and you're able to notice that there is a very large stained glass window up above the entranceway where there is an angel or some sort of celestial being that is illuminated from the interior of the monastery. This celestial is holding a sword in one hand and a scroll in another.
DM, do I recognize what that celestial is?
It would just be a random celestial.
Random celestial?
It's not associated directly with the pantheon.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
As you all arrive at the monastery, you all are greeted by the head father of the monastery. His name is Father Uniket, Uniket, and his young assistant, Faraman, that is also there with him. But with that, I think that's where we're going to call this episode here so that we can just start with the entrance to the monastery whenever we pick up next session.
Further investigation will be next episode.
Next
Hang
episode.
tight,
Hey.
friends. All right,
Hey,
listeners,
thank you guys so much for
the
listening
adventures
in. This was a lot of fun.
of Jean-Claude and Philippe, her horse.
Helena's gone for one episode, and look at where we are now.
You're all French or Italian, and Abydan's just there.
Listen, you give me a war pony, I'm gonna take it and run.
There's no stopping Tilda now. Sorry, Jean-Claude.
And Philippe.
The French bees.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. Until next time, roll that 20s.
Bye.
Hasta luego.
Adieu.
Bonjour.
Sure. Good day.
Aloha.
How is your fam?
Hello again. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast. We sure hope that you enjoyed today's episode and will continue listening as the story continues. If you enjoyed today's episode, please be sure to like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Or if you're listening elsewhere, be sure to drop a review on the app of your choice. If you would like to follow us on social media, you can find us at bardun.adventures. That is BARDUN.adventures. If you enjoyed the music featured in this podcast, you might consider contributing to the creator's Patreon at Drinker the Bard. That's DRINKARD, the Bard. Thank you so much for your support, and we'll see you next time.